players. They're working very, very hard, and they really want it very badly.
Coach, Sebanyani's impact in the last 2 matches, even today he scored and then he also missed a chance there where he could have doubled the lead. But his overall impact and how he's, is this how we see he's literally settling into the team?
Yeah, it's actually a blessing in disguise because, Makubu is our top goal scorer and he's been doing well. Now he's got a long-term injury. So we're just happy that we could get somebody that can come in and impact on the game immediately. So we are really grateful for that. He's been working very, very hard. And I think another thing is the psychology within the game is that Sibanyoni has got a point to prove, and we're encouraging him to prove that point. So we've been behind him and we've been pushing him very hard, and he's been working exceptionally hard. This is the culmination of the hard work that he's been putting in.
Just interested in the point that you say he's got a point to prove. If you can just take us through that point that you are talking about.
I think he's obviously a Sundowns player and has been loaned out here and there, to various clubs. And it's not the nicest thing to happen with a player, to be honest. I've seen players' careers go down the drain. But I think he really wants to pull himself together and prove a point that he's good enough to play at any team in South Africa.
Coach, your teams are known to defend very well and not concede a lot of goals. In the last 2 matches, we've seen that. Would you say they are closer to how you want them to play, or you are there already?
No, we're not yet there. There are still some tactical aspects of the game that we want to work on. And we've been having a lot of injuries, and some of the players that were very, very impactful in this team, like Chirambadera. He's a top player. He helped this team win the cup, let's be honest. He had a big say in this cup, and he's been out now for 2 months. But also Unati is back. He's back now and started training yesterday. So we're just hoping that we can get a full complement of players and avoid injuries, because that is the catalyst for any team in the Premier League, injuries. Those injuries can affect the performance of a team. And you can see it with Polokwane. Mataluri is a tremendous player, probably one of the best right backs in the country. And you can see that it's affecting the team without pointing resourcefully to them. I'm just saying that sometimes injuries can have a very, very big effect on a team.
Coach, also this win, also you stay in the same position, but you're closing in to get out of danger.
Yeah.
And even your nearest rivals now, just to say, that's the fight you have now to say that it's not going to be a walkover as everyone had thought that you're possibly done one.
It's not. I've been in this position before. And I understand the pressures that's on the team, on the players as well. But you use your experience to absorb this and take it away from the players so that they can go out there and perform. So we've got a very happy bunch of players, very, very happy bunch of players. And for me, that is pleasing. There's no fights, there's no shouting, it's just a happy bunch of players, and they're all, and I think this was the hard work when I said, you've got to fix up off the field. First, fix up those. The team was divided in groups and all that, so we tried to fix that up off the field so that we can get it right on the field. Sometimes you can't get it right on the field unless you fix it up off the field, and I think we have managed to move a step closer to where I can say we can really perform without pressure. There's still a lot of pressure, but at least there are good signs. For me, you don't tell players to go and win a game. You put too much pressure on them. You tell players to improve on the previous game. That's how the psychologists all over the world are working on players now. If you say you must go and win, you're putting them under pressure. But if you say go and perform better and go and improve, it takes all the pressure off them, and they go and perform. So I'm glad that I can be learning a lot. In my position, I'm still learning a lot, and hopefully we can carry that over to the players.
You could have scored a lot of goals today, coach. I mean, that
Yeah.
must have been frustrated.
Yeah.
I counted about 4 or 5
Yeah.
chances that you could have easily
Yeah.
buried and put it to sleep.
Yeah, the same against Cape Town. I mean, even Mushin admitted. I mean, Kakora alone could have scored 4 on the day. But you know, for me, I've worked with players in the same situation before. I would never get frustrated for Peter Shaulile missing goals. He used to miss goals, 5, 6 a game. All I said to him, my boy, I'd rather prefer a player that misses goals than a player that doesn't miss anything. And Kakora is missing, but he's getting into those positions. And I can guarantee you, Kakora is one day going to score 3 or 4 goals in a match. He's got exceptional pace. It's just that final instance of putting the ball into the net. But we'll keep on supporting him and we'll keep on working on him. But for me, it's pleasing to be creating goals. It's very, very pleasing. And for me, it's just a very, very good sign that we are on the right track. We have not arrived yet, but we are on the right track.
The last time we were here, you hosted a game here, you said something like you only need just one win and then it will open up. Seems like
Yeah.
what you've been calling for
Yeah.
is happening now.
No, exactly. It's just to turn that corner, you know. Once you get that monkey off your back, it takes a lot of weight off the players, and they can now see something happening. They can visualize better things coming. And I think this is what we've been doing, what we've been working exceptionally hard. Sometimes you have 2, 3 video sessions a day just for them to understand where they're going wrong. And sometimes as a coach, when you tell a player where he's going wrong, he doesn't believe you. He thinks you don't like him, you know. But when you show him over and over again, and you ask him, how do you think you can improve in that instance? It's not to expose him, it's to improve him. So we've been working a lot on analysis and the technical aspect of the game. And I think for me, getting the structure right in the team. I mean, this is a team that conceded the most goals in PSL from outside the box. I don't know I'm sure you know that. And because of the low block that they were applying all the time. I mean, that was very expensive football. Because one mistake, it's a goal. So we've managed to work on that tactical aspect. And for me, once I see structure in a team, I can see that there's a light moving forward.
Coach, I just want to ask you, this is not a Magesi related question, it's just that it struck a chord when you spoke about Peter. He's closer now to breaking Bele's all-time record for PSL goals.
Yeah.
As a coach that has always vouched for him whilst he was still at Highlands Park,
Yeah.
what do you have to say about that?
I'm really proud of this boy. And I mean, I always try and use him as an example to the other strikers. That, you know, the harder you work, the luckier you get. You know, you've got to put it in. You've got to work. I mean, Peter Shaulile would stay behind and work for an hour. You know, he'd ask for extra work. You know, and I tell the players that you can't behave like when you were in the NFD or in the ABC team. You've got to. In the past, they used to say, learn from your mistakes. Then it evolved. They say, learn from others' mistakes. But it has evolved to a place now where you say, learn from the best. You don't learn from mistakes anymore. You learn from the best. And this is, I share with them a lot of instances of Peter Shaulile, Simba Murumo, Surprise Muriri, some of the best strikers that I've worked with. And they had one thing in common. They worked hard and they never gave up. And for me, that, you know, once God has given you talent and you work hard on that talent, you can only prosper.
Coach, you talked about the long-term injury of Wanda Bonmaku. We're halfway in the season. Is he likely to be out for a season?
Well, he's going for a second opinion tomorrow, and then obviously the team will make an announcement based on the medical report from the medical staff.
Coach, I mean, you're going away this weekend, tough match against Amazon. I just want to hear your thoughts about it.
Well, I was very fortunate. I think Amazon was my second game when I came here, and the team, the structure within the team was not what I wanted it to be, and they beat us 1-0 here. But I got a clear understanding of where they are, and been watching. We'll obviously watch more games. Even tomorrow, the playing Sikukuni will be watching. Their coaches are watching us today, so that's good. It's good for football. We'll also be watching them tomorrow, and all we can say is that